Because look, I'm black. We black. I've walked away from situations when I seen people grouping up. Oh shit, I'm about to walk off.
Mm-hmm.
We not finna do this.
Yeah.
We not doing this. I'm trying to walk away before I come to this.
Yeah.
I got enough street smarts to know I'm getting the fuck away from these niggas, bro. I got to
not
go.
What I want. Right.
This ain't the problem I want right now, especially if I'm outnumbered, and especially if I'm there with my lady. Are you nuts?
Okay. Welcome to the Uncultured Roots podcast.
Welcome back to the Uncultured Roots podcast. I'm host 17.
It's your man H.M. Hersham Bawu. What up? What up?
And it's your man G Fly. What up, though, my babies?
And yeah, we've been gone for a couple weeks. Things happen. That's neither here nor there. How y'all brothers been?
Man, I had a long week. Man, they worked me out a Hebrew slave.
Yeah. They trying to make up for you. You took some time off, right? Or
I mean, I only took a call off like one day.
oh, okay.
Well, no, I called off too because when I came back, I was sick. I had a fever, like 102 fever.
You came back from NY?
Yeah.
Touch something on that subway, man.
No. Yeah, that's just,
that's
an international hub.
I got some sanitizer. I had some sanitizer on me, so yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know why people walk around when they sick.
At least put a mask on.
I mean, people ain't putting on no mask.
No, man. You know that. COVID said, fuck masks. You know,
that's just America, dumbass.
They ain't want to put on masks. They ain't want to put on masks in the thick of it.
Right.
Virus out here dropping people. I'm
not
putting on no damn mask.
I need my rights, my freedom.
You got the right to die.
Let me die.
I can die when I want to.
Right. That's some dark humor for your ass.
Definitely. You gotta laugh to keep from crying around this mug. All right. Well, we know a lot of things have been in the news since we've been gone, and there are a lot of topics that we could touch upon, like the whole T-app controversy and all of that. But you know, it's kind of old news by now.
CEO getting caught at a Coldplay concert.
Yeah.
CEO.
Yeah.
What was he doing?
The CEO, he got caught cheating.
You remember? You that was all over the.
Yeah, that was all over the place.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, she's married. He married. Both got caught.
That's how the dice roll, I guess.
They got caught hugged up on the jumbotron, bro.
Hey, man.
And then panicked when the damn camera went on.
And try to hide.
I mean, hey, man, when you step out doing it, you rolling the dice.
Yeah.
In order to not get caught cheating, you can't go nowhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, that wasn't the smartest move.
I mean,
some people try to cheat 100 miles away from their house. It don't make no difference, bro.
Ain't nothing too far with these
phones and
social
technology.
media and technology.
Yeah. And you taking a risk. So
yeah. So yeah, there've been interesting topics like that in the news. But what we're gonna talk about first out the gate is the Cincinnati brawl that happened. So I got some clips we're gonna talk about. We're gonna basically basic review. I can't even talk. It's been a minute since I've done the show. You want to talk? Finally got your damn intro right.
Curbing on curbings.
This guy, man. We're gonna review the clips and just go from there. So if you know about the Cincinnati brawl, you already know partially what's about to be said, except for our perspective on it. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Let me make sure. All right.
So now that more information has come out, it's looking like the Cincinnati brawl narrative we were fed by all the races is complete bullshit, of course. Let's get into it. So what we were told was that this was a fight where some black folks were chasing down and beating white people because they're white. That's what we've been told this whole time by these people. And now that more video evidence is coming out, it's very obvious that they cut the very beginning of the fight that shows it was a mutual fight. It was a normal bar fight, drunk fight, whatever you want to call it. I've been in many of them back in the day when I was younger, where two groups of people are talking shit. There's little scuffles by both sides, and then it gets broken up. A black man and a white man both step in, break it up. They de-escalate it. And then the big white man walks up to the black man in the red shirt and smacks him right in the face, and then all hell breaks loose. And they've arrested 4 of the black folks. And let's see what the chief of police said when she was asked about why they haven't arrested the white man.
I asked city leaders directly.
Well, the man that Pastor Lynch was talking about who made the slap that you could see on some of the cameras on social media, will he be facing charges?
We are actively investigating him. We take all violence very seriously. As I mentioned, I expect more charges and more arrests.
They spoke to his counsel before they went down to see him, and the counsel said no. He did not want the police talking to his client. So therefore, we have not had a conversation with him yet.
Like, what the fuck is she even talking about? You've already arrested 4 of the black folks that were in the fight, and you have video evidence of this white man walking up after it was de-escalated and smacking the black man in the red shirt right in the face, and that's when all hell breaks loose. And you want to talk to him, and you're being told no, and you're just like, well, that's all. You have video evidence of him assaulting someone, and they're saying these people are Russians. So what happened to America first? I guess that goes out the window when it's black folks, right? You gotta make it into a race thing when the black folks are sticking up for themselves. Let me remind you that they have a stand your ground law in Ohio, and I'm about to show you exactly what it says. So Ohio has a stand your ground law they passed in 2021 that takes away the duty to retreat. You can see it right there. There was a requirement to retreat, and now there's not. And the law gives you a self-defense right in defense of yourself, in defense of another, in defense of one's residence. So as soon as it was de-escalated and the white man walked up to the black man and smacked him right in the face, everybody there had a right, according to Ohio, to unalive him on the spot. Right there, boom, done. And all he did was get an ass beaten. So I'm really confused at how we're arresting the black folks in this situation, because everybody there had a right to defend the black man in the red shirt after he got smacked. Everybody. The Ohio law says it. Somebody that was not involved at all, that was standing there, that saw him get smacked, could have pulled out a pew-pew and ended it all right there. But he gets a beat down, and then they want to arrest 4 of the black folks. 5 of them, I think. They're trying to get the other one. He's not got arrested yet with felonies, and they won't even go arrest the white man that they have evidence of assaulting the black man in the red shirt. And don't give me this, oh, they jumped him, blah, blah. You have a right to unalive them on the spot. I don't need to hear about, oh, they got jumped and the woman got hit. The woman went and got involved in the fight. If you're in that fight, anybody running up to you could be a threat. And Ohio tells you that if you are threatened, you have a right to self-defense. So the best advice I can give you if you're not a racist conservative is to wait for the facts to come out. I waited a week, because if you don't, they will have you looking dumb. You have literally sided with racist because you jumped on this shit 6 days ago and didn't wait all the information, okay? It's very obvious what happened here. It's very obvious that some shit's going on, that they don't want to go arrest the white man when they have video evidence of him smacking the black man. We should all be furious that the black people are arrested and the white man's not. And instead, the racists have everybody mad at the black folks.
Well, he he said a mouthful in that video.
Yeah.
Said a lot of information to take into consideration there. I didn't know that Ohio had a stand your ground law. One of the many reasons I don't fuck with Ohio, but that's neither here nor there. So, what do you guys think this is? Do you think you just chalk this up to standard racism in America? This just every day?
I say, being this is the first time that I'm hearing about it, I don't want to go too deep on either side because I haven't really watched all the footage and stuff, but we already know that, it's a double standard when it comes to the justice system. We're pretty much guilty till proven innocent. And it's, as you see, none of the other people were locked up, so they get the correct due process, I guess. So that's always going to be the BS that we face. But yeah, as far as like who started it and was it justified, I need to go through and watch the videos.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I feel the same, man. This is my first time hearing about it right now.
Yeah.
Now, if it happened the way he describing it, I mean, hey man, you put hands on somebody first.
Yeah.
I mean, what you can't tell them, no, don't jump me.
Yeah.
You don't know who gonna get involved at that point. You don't know who with who. This is why you don't just jump out there and put hands on people. You don't know who's with who. And as far as the lady concerned that supposedly got involved, I mean, these are men fighting, and you're a woman and you get involved.
Jumping into it.
I mean, you got what you asked for too, didn't you?
Hands are being thrown, and you jump in the mix.
I mean,
hands just get distributed sometimes.
Because you
not like right.
Oh, you're female.
Like you
we
just
gonna
stop and looking, especially in a brawl, like a brawl.
Oh, it's a female, Craig.
You swinging it. You ain't paying attention to what's going on. You just swinging.
Or Debo, that's a female.
You're right.
No, you jumped in it. Hey man, you might get mistaken that somebody else.
Right.
Man, you might even
Right.
gonna get hit. I mean, I don't know what they expecting, but as far as it being racism, it sound like some drunk white person or Russian, wherever he is, he ain't black. So
Right.
somebody that's drunk who on they, you know what I mean, they on that tip, and they said something that they know they was gonna try to make this other person mad. So he said it, and then he got what he got.
Yeah, I echo those sentiments. Like, I'm not going to feel sorry. Y'all know my stance on shit, man. I'm not gonna sit up here and feel sorry for some white people getting jumped. I'm not. Like, again, I'm trying not to be judgmental of an entire race of people, because anybody with common sense would know, of course, it's not all of them. But you have to understand, at least from my lens, how I see things. When I read a bunch of history and see about all the atrocities that white folks committed against black folks, you think I'm going to feel sorry for anything that happened to them? Now, I'm not going to feel sorry at all. Even if they didn't have shit to do with it. It don't matter. You know how many times black people get arrested for guilty of association? Ain't got shit to do with nothing. You know how many innocent black kids get pew-pewed at and get slaughtered? Wrong place, wrong time, innocent bystanders, kids. That's been happening a lot in the D lately. I didn't want to put none of them stories on the show or talk about that. But it's been a lot of that happening as of late. Kids have been, yeah. And that's why I'm like, man, they don't feel sorry for when stuff happened to us. And of course, it's not all of them. It's not. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that, but I'm not. No, man. I'm just not gonna feel sorry for it. I can't. Like, What y'all doing out there trying to antagonize them folks? Because look, I'm black. We black. I've walked away from situations when I seen people grouping up. Oh shit, I'm about to walk off.
Mm-hmm.
We not finna do this.
Yeah.
We not doing this. I'm trying to walk away before it come to this.
Yeah.
I got enough street smarts to know I'm getting the fuck away from these niggas, bro. I got to
Not
go.
what I want. Right.
This ain't the problem I want right now, especially if I'm outnumbered and especially if I'm there with my lady. Are you nuts? Man, we out. We out.
I can tell you, man, he's drunk on his on his tip like that. Like, I'm gonna go at it with this guy, man. Yo, you don't know who's with who. You don't know what.
Yeah.
So I mean, you jumped out there and then you got what you got. You didn't read the room.
Yeah.
You remember the beat? You remember the beat I sent y'all yesterday?
That's exactly what I was thinking about.
Right. The dude where I took that from, he was talking about this exact situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just took a part of what he said and I put it in that beat that I sent. But I'm people with common sense would know. Even if you think it's just you and a guy end up having words. It's like what somebody was saying about you don't know who know who. You don't know who gonna pop out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who you here with.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me of New Orleans. Old boy trying to start mess with you, Hirsch. He didn't know how many people you was there with.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been in it for a very rude awakening that night. You see what I'm saying? That's just like just leave folks alone. And so what it was is the news released the video, released the original stuff, and it showed black folks in a bad light. It just showed them mollywopping these white folks.
Yeah.
But it didn't show the part where contact was first initiated by the white guy.
Yeah, I think as far as the media goes, that's dangerous too.
Yes.
The way they try to portray, like, oh, these black people just stomping out these white people. They still like 70% of the country. So
no, it's 60. It ain't 70.
It's still way more than
numbers
us,
going down.
What I'm saying.
Their numbers going down.
It's still a lot.
Oh, it's still a lot.
Still a big difference between our population. So
absolutely.
If
but
you're trying to promote that black people just dragging white folks through the street,
you have to think
that's dangerous.
You have to think like a businessman, Hirsch.
Mm-hmm.
The news has a vested interest in a race war because they get to cover it. It's good for ratings. It's good for advertisement.
This ain't nothing new with them. They always been
of
trying
course.
to spin stories.
If it bleeds, it leads.
Yep.
They always spinning stories. That's why people. I mean, soon enough, man. YouTube and places like that gonna take over as being media, the media places to go to.
Already started to.
Over these ones that been supposed to be tried and true throughout the years. Legacy media. It's gonna get out of here because everybody's starting to realize, man, all that y'all used to talk about, you come here, you get the facts, and that's not what's going on. Y'all be cutting stuff out,
get the fear mongering, and
yeah, and it's clear that it's been a change. Somebody's in your pocket.
Well, think about it like what you just said. Somebody's in your pocket. Who owns the media? Billionaires. It ain't that many billionaires. They have a vested, and we're going to talk about that in one of the upcoming topics. They have a vested interest in seeing the population being reduced.
Mm.
I mean, let's not even go that deep. Let's go as deep as far as people just, I believe it's a lot of greed. It makes money, so they got to, force stuff by cutting stuff out, leaving stuff out, not giving the whole story. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta give them something. It's gotta be bad news. That's why they don't give nothing else but the bad news.
Exactly.
And then now bad news is not enough. They gotta construe it and everything. It's like
manufacture the news. Yeah, they're literally making the news themselves.
Right.
Yeah. All right, I got another clip pertaining to the same subject. This is from I think this one is from a brother. This is from a different perspective. So,
okay, I'm only making this video because I've been seeing a lot of videos and trends talk about what just occurred in my city, Cincinnati, Ohio. So, at the Jazz Fest last weekend, it was a white couple. I think it was 2 white couples, and it was a bunch of like African Americans, and they was like arguing. If you watch the full video, which they're not releasing on the news, the white man and his wife were calling them the N-words and racial slurs. And then he slapped the guy in the red shirt. The white man threw the first punch. That's how it got physical. The white man punched the black dude first. I'm not justifying them just jumping him or nothing like that. That was completely wrong. That was sucker activity. Illegal. Should not be at all. But I will say,
I'm just pausing the video to say that I completely disagree with his sentiment, but I'm going to let him go ahead and continue.
I will say a lot of people aren't looking at the full picture or looking at what actually transpired. And then the people are getting charged with rioting or initiating a riot. First off, I thought you have to damage property. It got to be at least like 20, 30 plus people for it to really be considered a riot. You know what I mean? Because a riot is like you're really trying to damage some shit. But don't get me wrong, they was RKOing them. I seen the white lady knocked out in the middle of the street. They was kicking dude in his face, all that. Terrible, illegal. That make us look bad as black folks because it's a matter of like, they ain't have to jump them. They could have just 2-on-2, like dude with the red shirt that got punched first. He should have just stole on the white dude right back, and his girl could have fought his wife. The other, you feel me? You get what I'm saying? It's a lot more. It would have been a lot more reasonable in that way. But for the Trump and Elon and all these different politicians to be speaking on this and trying to like not look at the full picture, it's not right. It's not righteous at all. And I didn't know, living in Cincinnati, Ohio, that it was that many racist people. I didn't know it was like a racial division between the two. Like for the most part, like I thought motherfuckers got along. You get what I'm saying? But I will say, look at the full picture. Stop just like I will say you can down talk all the extra people that got the throwing punches and kicks and all that. They had nothing to do with it. But as far as like the dude with the red shirt deciding to punch the white man back after he done called him all them names and punched him, gang, ain't nothing wrong with that. He should have beat, man. You feel me? Which they did, but they shouldn't have done it like that. They went about it completely wrong. It should have been like 101 fights. Everybody would have respected that a lot more. But it's been a lot going on in the city, and I think this starting to really show the true colors of a lot of people. Like a lot of people that live in Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, is really showing like, but I ain't gonna lie, Ohio as a whole, it's a Republican state. It's a lot of like farmland and stuff like that. That should let you know. I ain't even gotta get into detail about that, but that should let you know what type of people really run our state. You dig what I'm saying? But Cincinnati in particular, it don't be that much racism, or at least I don't see it. You feel me? At least I personally never dealt with it. You know what I mean? But that situation was insane. And let me know your thoughts.
I think Cincinnati is similar to Detroit, right? Like a black city in a like more rural state.
I don't know how black it is.
Well, you know, it ain't too
Cincinnati.
far away from Kentucky. It's like literally
Yeah.
right
Right
there.
across the
Yeah,
river.
it's right across. Yeah.
I say this, like as far as Ohio go, just being in Michigan, we always heard about how some racist people could be in Ohio, especially about police in particular.
Police. Yeah.
So that's one thing, you know. The other thing is he's talking about the one-on-one. Look, man, in the fair world, yeah, but we talking about this world that we live in here.
Yeah.
And you can want it to be, oh man, it's been fair, been one-on-one, everybody respected that. Man, come on, man. We talking about people that's drunk, they drinking.
Yeah.
And then he decided that he want to say some racial stuff, which he didn't have to, but he did.
I think.
And he got, it's like I just said, you really can't tell people how to react once you do something.
Yeah.
You can't pick your ass whooping. You know what I mean? You can't. Once you disrespect somebody the way you disrespect somebody, you did it the way you want to, and then they gonna handle it the way they want to. This is why you shouldn't mess with people and don't put hands on people.
Yeah,
This nigga said you can't pick your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we gonna put that on the shirt. You can't pick your ass.
Your ass.
I mean, we should be glad they didn't shoot it out. Because these are the days we living in where people will shoot it before they even throw hands.
Yeah,
I think maybe these people from communities where they don't really suffer the consequences of if you from a community where if you smack somebody, you can't predict what the response is gonna be. Exactly. And you move accordingly because you're from that type of community. So you're not just gonna put hands on people if it's not a serious situation. So
right.
I mean, they learn the hard way, I guess.
I'll just use a more personal example. Let the three of us be out somewhere and somebody put hands on one of y'all. You think I'm not finna reach over and try to knock that nigga head off?
Yeah, you can't.
Come on, bro. I don't give a fuck about shooting a fair one or all that.
We ain't gonna say, all right, you one-on-one with my homie here. No, as soon as I see somebody assaulting, my brother,
that's a natural reaction. That's a natural reaction. Like,
stop it.
Even if they don't jump in, the first thing that happens when a group of people is out and one person is starting to look like they about to get attacked, the group is going to assemble like the Avengers. Like everybody coming together. Even if they don't jump in, we're gonna be like, "Well, what's going on, bro? What's happening?"
That's why I'm like, "What is he talking about?" Exactly. Oh man, they should have did the 1-on-1 or 2-on-2.
Ain't nobody thinking about. See, nobody's thinking about that type of stuff.
That's over
as it's happening. Yeah, and in the moment, nobody's.
If it was like an argument, we probably would have tried to jump in and de-escalate or something like that. But once it crossed that line, that's
it.
That's why when I bring it up, I keep bringing in the drinking part, because it's got to be somebody that got to be level-headed in the situation. Which there's people who try to break it up before he got there. But what did he do? He escalated it even more.
Exactly.
So he was asking for it.
Yeah.
That's exactly the situation that happened in New Orleans. That's exactly what happened, right? We was all drinking. You was buzzed. I was buzzed. I got that big thing, that big fucking. That thing was so good, and it had me so drunk. But I do remember.
I still have my wits about myself.
That's what I'm saying.
I wasn't gonna slap the man in his face.
That's the point I'm making. When I stood in between y'all, when I got in between y'all, and I'm like, Hirsch, he ain't worth it. I turned my back to old boy, because I'm like, I ain't worried about you, bro. I turned my back like you ain't even a threat to me. I'm trying to stop my man's trying to stop Hirsch. Hey, bro, don't even worry about it. And Hirsch smiling and laughing at the shit.
Yeah, because I'm like,
I'm trying to diffuse the situation, like we was just talking about, Fly. Getting in the middle of it, we a group. I'm trying to diffuse the situation. Now, if old boy would have reached behind me or hit me in the back of the head or reached and tried to swing on Hirsch, game over. Game over.
And that's the thing. I smile all the time, so it's like you don't know.
That's my point.
I'm nervous, or if I'm about to go, I smile.
You don't know who
before I go off. Right.
You don't know who you're dealing with.
I smile before I go off too. So
you got to be smart.
Yeah.
When dealing with people. Because like I'll say all the time, man, look, man, you get in a situation, you get tricked out of your life.
Yeah.
Playing around.
Freedom. Yes.
Yeah.
You playing around. Yep. Like, you had your old lady with you. You should have been thinking smart.
Yeah.
Like,
think about protection.
I get into this and then it's, I don't know what's going to happen. I got to make sure my lady get home.
Exactly.
You had an old lady with you. That was your protection. Get your lady out of there. So, I don't know what happened to make it start off or even them even call them their word.
Right.
I don't know what started that. I don't know if he accidentally stepped on your shoes or what. But you should have said, I'm going to let this slide because I got my lady here.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then this ain't really nothing. It ain't really nothing. I can buy a new pair of shoes. I can clean them up or whatever.
Yeah.
But you was on your tip, and you got in a situation with some people. They try to de-escalate it. You was like, nah.
Yeah.
And they said, cool.
Yeah.
Give them what they want.
Exactly.
Yeah, words can't really trick me into no situation. But once you cross the line of
Exactly.
especially you smack a grown man. That's
That's a
you
severe
smack
violation.
Or spit on somebody.
That's a severe violation.
That's a severe violation.
I mean, spitting on somebody is assault.
That's grounds
That's
for
law.
you gonna have to go meet your maker.
I'm gonna see red from that point on.
And to the point of what you're saying about, yes, you had your lady with you. I can't express to you how many times me and my wife, well, I've had this conversation with my wife in front of my children, so they understand this too, of how this is what's going to happen if in the event of we're all out somewhere. And see, my oldest son, this was before he was, he's taller than me now. He's bigger than I am at this point. So it's like, shit, nigga, you need to be defending me now. You know what I'm saying? But even when they was little, the plan is always, we get into something, we out somewhere, I'm handing my wife the keys. Hey, y'all get to the car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make sure y'all get out of here. They're gonna have to get through me to get to y'all. But y'all, I'm handing you the keys. Hey, get up out of here. Don't worry about me. Take the keys, drive off. Don't worry about me. I'll figure it out. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, at least y'all say. That was always the plan. That's still the plan to this day. You know what I'm saying? Now, my oldest son, he probably gonna deviate from that plan.
He gonna stick with
probably
Pops.
gonna be like, nah, Pops, I ain't leaving. I ain't going nowhere. Like, because he old enough and strong enough now. So it's probably like he'll take my youngest son, hey, take my daughter, take a sister, take my wife, y'all get to the car. And he'll probably stand there with me. And I wouldn't want that.
Mm-hmm.
But in a situation, I can't, how am I gonna stop him? At this point, it's like he about to be 18. He bigger than I am. Hey man, go to the car. No, Pops, I ain't gonna do you like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he is. You see what I'm saying? So
I would like this situation to be a learning thing for young people. For two reasons. One, like I said, I just keep saying this. I gotta keep saying it. You just don't know who you dealing with when you outside moving around.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know who you dealing with.
Yeah.
So you gotta move with respect, and you know what I mean. Keep your head on the swivel. That's one.
Yeah.
Two, grown men. Just because you turn the cheek, man, don't mean you soft. That's some of the dangerous guys, and the dangerous guy gonna turn the cheek, especially if you got a woman with him or a kid with him, because I got a responsibility. I'm responsible for these people.
Yeah.
His wife, his girlfriend, whoever it was with him, that's his responsibility. He kind of messed up his responsibility getting her involved.
He didn't play his role.
Because she shouldn't have been jumping in full of grown men.
He
didn't understand the assignment.
The street. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, man, when you grown man and you having responsibility and somebody, let's say the black guys set it off and made him, act the way he act. You got to be like,
you outnumbered.
Nah. Not even the fact that you outnumbered is, I got my lady here and I'm not about to get her, put her in a position where she felt like she had to jump in.
Yeah.
And I seen the pictures of old girl. I mean, she did have a black eye. Her lip was busted. Like
I saw a picture of her, like one of them just knocked out in the middle of the street.
Yeah, she was messed up. But again, at a certain point, like Fly is saying, your man should have the wherewithal and the common sense to know, hey, she's the weaker vessel here. I got to get her to safety.
Situation for her.
This ain't the situation for her, because most grown men have enough common sense to know this is another grown man. If we tussle, it's going to be two titans going against each other. Somebody is going to get hurt. Mm-hmm. Neither one of us are going to leave this fight unscathed. Even if it comes to a draw, we still both getting hurt. It's not like, oh, we just gonna fight and then we both gonna walk away.
Yeah, that's
not bloody, not bruised.
That's
not
fight.
Maybe when we was kids,
Yeah.
not grown men.
This is why, there's got to be precautions and somebody who is smarter,
level-headed,
try
emotional
to
intelligence,
not go there as a last result, because
it might have been a drink, like you say. Yeah,
because as men it could get dangerous.
Yeah.
So
as I say, even when I drink, I'm still like level-headed. Like I'm not like just.
I'm not getting so fried to where I'm blackout drunk.
Just pissy and just doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I got a third clip on it, but I don't think we need to even venture off into it.
Yeah.
But my final thought on this is. Look, man, they trying to invoke a race war in this country because I'm telling you,
yeah,
it's not even, man, it's not even about black and white anymore at this point, okay? Like, yes, let's not get it twisted. I'm looking dead into the camera. Let's not get it twisted. Racism still exists. Yes, it does. And there are people who are ignorant as fuck and racist as shit for no reason. But the bigger play, the bigger issue that affects the so-called privileged whites and us blacks and everybody else in between is these corporations raising the prices on all of our shit. It affects everybody. They don't have a specific brand of white toilet paper for white folks. Everybody's buying the same shit.
Everybody gonna suffer.
Everybody is suffering.
And they're gonna say distract y'all with this.
And that's it.
They
look
the
at y'all
problem.
differences. Look at the divisions.
Yeah.
Don't look at the fact that we fucking all of y'all.
All of y'all.
We are fucking all of you.
This is why, a couple episodes ago, I'm trying to talk to our people and hey, it's different type of people in this world. It's tiers to them. It's ones that was racist, and the people who really racist in the true sense of the word. These people who run stuff. These people that's on the bottom, they don't really have any power besides them having the skin complexion. They more so like bigots or what's another word for them? Not racist. They don't care. Prejudice. They prejudice. But that's it, because they don't really have no power. They got the same much power as you, by only a little bit because of their skin complexion. That's it. All these other people that's up top, that's playing everybody, those are racist. You know what I mean? They don't really care about you, but they don't really care too much about the other people. They only just I deal with them because.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to, when it's all said and done, it's really about money for them. It's a classism thing, not a racism thing. So, when you're out in the street and you're dealing with people like this is why you gotta be smarter.
Yep.
You see them acting, let them live. Because at the end of the day, they going home, they struggling too. They mad. So.
And that's kind of how I'm thinking. Like, if I find myself in a situation where racists try to confront me, oh, you N, I ain't gonna say it, but you N-word, you this, that, and I'm like, the unhealed version of me wants to rip your fucking skull off your shoulders, off your throat, off your neck. But the more evolved version of me understands that you are poor, in the words of Dave Chappelle. You are poor. You don't have it like you think you should have it. And guess what? A lot of us feel the same exact fucking way. We actually have more in fucking common than the fact that we don't look shit alike. Your living conditions ain't where you want them to be. Mine ain't neither, motherfucker. I shouldn't even be here in America right now. Honestly, I should be off in the fucking Bahamas. That's where I want to move to. Nassau, to be specific. That's where I want to go.
Be an old man in the tracksuit going down to the casino every day.
Damn right. Okay, I'll be on the island enjoying beautiful weather and
Grab my boat.
the other beautiful amenities they offer.
Beautiful scenery.
Without saying too much, But I'm just being honest, So we got more in common, bro. Drop the racism shit.
Yeah.
They are fucking us all over. So that I ain't gonna go no hard because I'm sounding like how I sound on TikTok. So I ain't gonna bring TikTok over here. But people just gotta wake up and realize that shit. Cause I'm not gonna front. Up until maybe like the beginning of this year, man. Yeah, they probably had me in a vice grip too with this racism shit. I see somebody being racist, be like, "Oh man, you motherfucker, you." And now it's like, I started looking at how much I go to Walmart. I buy 17 items. That shit like $120, and I'm like, "Are you shitting me? This is $120 for 17 measly items."
17. I'm thinking like 5.
You prioritize your anger.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
so
it ain't worth going the energy that you gonna have going back and forth with this.
Once I see you try to bait me with some,
because that's what it is.
Some racist stuff, I won't even respond to you. You won't even get no energy from me.
That's what it is. They don't got nothing else to throw out there.
Yeah.
They just want to hurt you. They can't do nothing else but throw that out there.
You can't hurt me that way. So you ain't doing nothing physical. You going about your business.
You smart and you already know. See, all this stuff, part of this stuff is emotion. People be emotional. When you the less emotional person in the situation and they saying stuff, you're like, man, I already know what you're doing. And I'm focused on the goal. So you can get mad all you want to. Matter of fact,
you the one suffering. You mad. Yeah, I ain't mad.
I'm going to make you even madder because I'm not giving you what you want.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You got a problem with me. I ain't got no problem. You the one with the problem.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at races, or not races, more so bigots and stuff like that. I just be laughing at them.
Until you act on that hate you got from me, it ain't got nothing to do with me.
Exactly. Say it with your chest, nigga.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I should have said it. Damn. Well, whatever. All right. Well, we're gonna move on. This is a good segue because this is still talking about the race thing, and this one I titled it "White Guilt." So let's see what this white T man is saying.
Hey, so breaking news: white people ain't shit. Just kind of felt like saying that. I mean, what do you really say after that? There's nothing to follow up. White people ain't shit. But it's true, though, if you think about it. Like, what group of people is more racist than us, more hateful than us? What group of people do you know that started over 100 plus race massacres and have stripped everything from other groups of people of color, black people, however you want to categorize, and never pay it back, ever? I mean, take everything they own, properties, businesses, family. Use their like, lynch them and do unspeakable acts to them. Use their skin for shoes and wallets and belts and hats. Use their teeth to replace ours. Use their hair to stuff chairs and shit. Or take pictures of these lynchings and put them on postcards and send them across states or the U.S. to your family and friends as a way to joke and shit. Like, I just made me sick, dude. I hate us. I do. I really hate us. I mean, just strip everything and not pay it back. And be so hateful and so spiteful to the point that we put literature in contracts, especially with these insurance companies, that will prevent us from having to pay these people back as long as we call them riots, not massacres. Like, there's nobody more hateful than us. Take. A little bit of violence, a lot of bit of violence sprinkled in. Take some more. Whether that's people's fucking property or people's inventions. White people love taking credit for shit they never invented, but a brother or sister did. And we pay nothing back. Or you one of the cool ones, so to speak. And you take from the culture, and you don't contribute nothing back. You're no different. You're no fucking different. Or the ones that get mad when people call white people out as a whole, like you get triggered or something. And you feel like you got to defend the white race. Put your white night suit on and shit. Like maybe you should take inventory on what it is that makes you feel like you got to take up for white folk when people speak on us as a whole. What have you done? What have you said? Why do you feel guilty? Why do you feel like you're targeted in this? Why is it someone like me can sit here and join in on conversations against white people and not feel offended one fucking bit, but people like you do feel offended? I don't know. Maybe because you did some shit and I ain't. I'm just saying. We just ain't shit. I don't know how else to say it. And then the way we excuse racism. Oh, it was just one bad day. That was a long time ago. Bitch, so? So? The fuck does that have to do with anything? Never atoned for it. Been ducking and dodging accountability since that incident. Pretty sure that wasn't the first time you said it. Ain't some shit you just pop off at the top of the mouth randomly. No, that's who you are. It's ingrained in your DNA. It's what the shit you partake in behind closed doors. Motherfucker, I'm from the Bible Belt and a conservative household down here in the South. I know what dog whistles are. I know the conversations that take place behind closed doors, fam. Had a racist ass stepdaddy. Confederate shit and all. I know, bro. I see that shit. I cannot stand my people. I hate how fake we can be, too. We love to say we ain't racist because our friend's black. One of the good ones that we like to call them. One of the ones that fall in line with how we think and how we feel and vote how we vote. But I'll be damned if you decide to change your way of thinking. See exactly where that gets you. You gonna really see how we feel about you then. I hate our people. I really do. There's nobody like us. And nobody plays the victim card quite like white people. And you think that you can just wake up one day and decide to change your beliefs and be like, I don't fuck with these racist crackers no more. I'm with y'all now. Hell no. Just like I told Trump people not too long ago, stay where the fuck you at. Stay over there. Keep your white hood energy over there. Just because you done dyed your shit red doesn't make you any less of a white hood than it was before, bro. I just don't like my people.
I didn't know if that was like a testimonial or a confession or, I mean, he went in on his people.
It don't sound like a confession to me because he's not a confession would be like,
well, yeah,
I did
okay.
something.
That was the wrong choice of words, yeah.
I mean,
he's ashamed of the atrocities that his people has committed. I think rightfully so. I mean, human beings have done some devious stuff, in total, but
yeah,
they have kind of really pushed the needle.
Ursh is being very, very polite and conservative about it. Ursh is like he being a very diplomatic gentleman about the situation. He has a reputation to uphold.
Of course.
We hit a real off mic. I guess. I
say it's true.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I think only thing I can say is, I commend the brother for at least being truthful and speaking his truth.
I'm sure
that's how he feels.
A lot of pushback for that.
Oh,
sure.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
But it's no different from us. It's no different from us when we critique our community, when we try to express the difference between black folks and YNs and Ns and shit like that. Like, we get the same pushback. We get the same backlash. Like, oh, you old bougie. You know how they.
I don't care. I don't care about no.
Oh no, I don't care about the words, but I'm just saying. I'm saying you know how they get. You know how they talk. They, So I appreciate. Huh?
So you ain't a real one.
Exactly. And I just appreciate his honesty and his critique to be able to to be able to look his people in the mirror and face the facts about, because I always ask myself, like, do we have a race problem or a problem with race? Which is it?
I think a lot of countries have like racial issues and stuff like that, but the different thing about here is they don't, like he said, they don't take accountability.
Right.
They duck and dodge it.
And they just kind of sweep it under the rug, like, oh, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad? What do you call bad then?
You know what? I think that see, this is why we shouldn't take history out of classroom. And not only should we not take it out, we should tell the right history.
Right.
Because I believe that, people who say, oh, it's not that bad, they didn't get all the history. And it's by design. It's designed for them, for certain people, or really for everybody who don't know the history, to not get the whole history, because the history in itself that's being told is bad enough. But the real true history, that's like some of the things that's not being told in it, it is more heinous than the actual history being told in the history books. This is why they try to make an excuse by saying, hey, we shouldn't be telling our kids this and then have them feeling bad about being who they are. It's like, oh, it happened all over back then and they shouldn't be, had to be atoned for what it. But that history being told is the reason why this guy is different than the other ones, because he took the information, the real information. He had a good mind to say, this is totally wrong.
Yeah, this is messed up.
And man, looking at the history, looking at the evidence, man, my folks have did some terrible things. And that's all it takes.
That's the first step to healing, is admitting that you did some wrong stuff.
That's what I was going to ask. It's like, how do we solve the race? How do we solve the race issue in America? And my first thing would be acknowledgement.
That's the start, and they don't even want to do that part. So that's the issue.
Just acknowledge
why
what
we
took
still
place.
Talking about it in 2025.
Exactly. Yes, there's going to be a financial component, a financial aspect that comes with it, because y'all have, how many people y'all have denied jobs? You know how many systems and organizations and programs y'all have shut black people out? When they bring up the historical context of FDR signing the New Deal back in the 1930s, it excluded black people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even then the thing. This is why I've always said, and not just me, many people have said, black people have a very complicated relationship with America as a whole, as a country, because of what it's done to us in terms of not the land, but the government. White people have always been in control of the shit. So of course, and that's why I never ever got bent out of shape when all that Kaepernick shit was happening in 2016 about, people not wanting to stand for the national anthem or wanting to kneel. It's like, you're not gonna guilt trip me into standing up or kneeling for the national anthem, because you have to understand what that flag represents. We said it on this show before. We talked about it before. In other countries that we've been to war with, what the fuck do you think the American flag looked like to them? All the bombs and shit that went off in their country, all the innocent people that have lost their lives. What do you think that American flag is a symbol of to them? Just because that's a symbol for you, that's a good symbol for you. You want to be patriotic, and that's because the country ain't harmed you.
Well, this is the thing. The people who live in this country that benefit from those situations you talk about, they don't see or feel it. Straight up, they don't feel that. Yep. They don't see the kids missing limbs from bombing and all that. All that people over here get told through the media that we've just got done talking about. is, oh, you had to do this because of this. It's because of that. And if we don't do this, then this is what happens. It's just like this ongoing thing they've been having with Russia for so long. It's because of the scaremongering thing, and it seeps down into how the drugs got in here in the 80s and 70s because of Contra. And they say, oh, if we don't do something about it, communism going to be at our door. This is how all of that began because, somebody spun the story. Like, again, we need the facts. If we want to start healing and get on track as one people, as a country, as they always want to talk about this is, just be straight up about everything that's going on. They not going to do that because the stuff that they are hiding, that they sugarcoated some of the stuff, is going to be like, what the F? This is what the truth is going to be way more sinister than anybody knows. So they don't want to, and people are, they don't want to, keep it real because people benefit off of it being the way it is. They don't want to change that.
Yep. Anything to add, Hirsch?
I think you said it all.
I say this too. It's one thing to be prejudiced.
Yeah.
But when it starts getting into economics and everything, that's when it becomes racism.
Mm-hmm.
When you add the dynamic of power behind it, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and the reason I say is because, when you tell a person about themselves and you're like, oh, you being racist, I'm not racist. I like this person and he's black, and that's because they add the true word, the definition of racism. People get it construed because we throw that word around a lot. There's prejudice, and then there's racism. Once you start money being involved and power being involved, and you can call shots behind the scenes and decline this person, make sure this person get it and not this person, based off of, then you stepping into racism.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody mad at me. Look, if you want to love white and be pro-white, ain't no problem with that. As long as it don't turn into some Ku Klux Klan and it's like, hey, niggas, like, it ain't nothing wrong with a black person loving black people and being pro-black, because that don't mean that you anti this or anti that.
I think
proud of what you are.
I think the problem comes because they get mad. They get mad when they see a lot of pro-blackness, but
because they feel like they get excluded because they always feel like they should be included.
Right. But the thing I'm going to add to what you're saying is when black people have come together, especially on this land, it has always been a means for survival. We have had to come together in order to survive all of the shit that they were doing to us. So us coming together was a sense of survival. But when they came together, it was always to attack something that we had, like a Black Wall Street or any gatherings or anything that we were doing. It was always to disrupt what we had got going on, because if you go back and look at the history of the whole program of eugenics, they kept thinking we were just inferior. They kept saying shit like they're going to die off in like 20, 30 years. All the black people are going to die off. And it's like, because you that high and pompous and that ignorant to not understand, to not be able to see all the struggles that black people have done to survive up until that point and are still doing to this day. We have survived so much shit: slavery, Jim Crow, the drug epidemic. Now we dealing with the psychological war. The shit they brainwashing us with in our entertainment, and then in the music that they use. This is another war. This is the next step in our survival, trying to be able to survive the psychological warfare that they're trying to inflict upon us. And don't get me wrong, we are losing some soldiers, and I hate to see it, because especially in the younger generation, they not able to understand or comprehend. If you commit a crime as a minor, and I'm talking about a heinous crime, capital murder or something like that, and they don't realize you can still be charged as an adult. You're going away for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Because you was told the wrong information or you listened to something that was bogus. You know, they tricking a lot of our brothers and sisters off the streets, like we was just talking about.
Yeah.
It's a psychological warfare, and they're not letting up because they tried all the other stuff in the past. They tried lynching us. They tried, burning us in buildings, and they tried all that shit. They tried everything they could, and they could not break our spirit. Black folks back in the day singing the old Negro spirituals. Yes, we singing those songs. We connected. We almost became like a hive mind of our togetherness. And they saw that that's their strength. So how do we attack their strength? We got to separate them. It's the old divide and conquer. How do we do that? Pit them against each other.
Yeah, and it backfires. This will be my 101st time saying this.
It's the 101st episode.
Everything affects everybody.
Yeah.
See, anything that they say bad about us, they don't like about black people, guess who made it that way? So you do that, you do what you had a people who they sole purpose seems like it's to just make sure these set of people don't get anywhere. We got to destroy their family unit. Destroying the family unit did what? Splintering them up. Now, you thinking that them being splintered up and having all these issues, it's not my issue because it's happening there. But guess what? It's going to spread. And now you worried about if you going to get knocked over the head for your purse or whatever. Now every time you walk on, you clutching your pearls in your purse because of the things that your people did prior.
Yep. So guess what? Splitting up the family did. People still went out in search of family, but they clicked up in gangs, right? They started gang culture.
You made the problem worse.
Yeah, exactly.
In many ways.
Like, all right, we gonna make the family.
See, you made a good point. See how it turned into something, and gangbanging is cancerous.
Yeah.
Because it spread like wildfire, especially when you get to like a small town that ain't hip to nothing. And there's people that don't have anything else going on. They jumping into this because they think this the only type of unity I see. Mm-hmm. And they get involved with Hirsch, I thought you was gonna get into interracial dating. Cause that's another thing. Like, yo, y'all could do all that all you want to, and all you gonna do is make it worse. Especially in your eyes because you so against these people. Now your numbers is dwindling.
Yeah.
You trying hard to keep Becky away from Jamal. But it's backfiring because now Becky, I want to see what's so bad about Jamal. And she go to Jamal and she fall in love with Jamal.
It ain't bad.
It's basically, because I'm not comparing black folks to kids. That's not what I'm getting at. But it's the equivalent of like you tell a kid not to do something, now they're curious. Well, why not? I'm just gonna try it now anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
backfired.
That's what I'm saying. Like you could teach and preach to your kids all the time about, well, through my lived experience, such and such and such and such, X, Y, and Z, and they're gonna be like, huh? Well, I don't believe you, so I'm gonna try it myself.
Let me go.
And that's how not all kids, but that's how most, and so it applies perfectly to what you're saying in terms of, it's gonna backfire on you. You don't want black and white people to coexist and co-mingle. And the thing about it is backfiring. But what it's also doing is it's backfiring on them and it's strengthening us at the same time. Because I see so many pro-black people so many men, even regardless of what they see on the internet, they keep trying to do the man versus woman debate, this whole man versus woman thing. That's another cause for division. And yet I still see so many brothers and sisters still say, nah, I want a black woman or I want a black man. Because that's another source of the propaganda. Every time you look up, speaking of the interracial thing, you always see an interracial couple. And I've noticed it myself. Every time I'm looking up on something, there's always an interracial couple or a black man with a white woman or a white man with a black woman, and it's like, how come we don't see no black families? We don't see a black man and a black woman, and that's what I'm saying. If they've lullabied so many people to sleep with this psychological hypnosis that they got us under. I mean, not all of us. They can't. I mean, they don't. We older, so they don't have most of us who've watched this shit and paid attention and can see the stark differences.
I mean,
But I see this
program.
stuff.
We program. Huh? I mean, they. We still on the program.
Yeah, to some degree.
It's just when you get older, and you start seeing when you a kid, you take information that's given to you.
Mm-hmm.
When you become older, you make a choice of whether or not you're going to take this on or not.
Right.
And that's the difference. And then you have to go through the process of unlearning things.
That one. I went through that process of unlearning a few things when I started learning about the real history as an adult, about the things they never taught us in school.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what you're hinting at. And you know, like I say, for my last word on this is, what would it take to you know, this was about white guilt. I appreciate him saying his piece. More people need to be like him, because we need to figure out how to come together. What you say, Hurst?
Because that's the first step to healing.
Exactly. We need to figure out how to come together as a collective, as a whole, in any other time except for wartime. Because that's the only time when America come together, when we get attacked. Oh, all of a sudden racism is out the door if an outside threat starts to attack America.
And everybody's...
Then now all of a sudden we won. Nah, you only saying we won because you need us to fight in your fucking wars with you.
And that's
now all of a sudden we won.
That's it right there. See, if you can do that for that short amount of time for that reason, then you can do it any other time.
Case in point.
See, we ain't gotta be best friends. Y'all just gotta respect. Everybody gotta respect each other. That's it.
America is big enough. There is enough land for everybody to leave each other the fuck alone.
More than enough.
More than enough land.
Or at least when you see, like, you can have control over yourself, that even if we not alone, and I venture off past your city, you not, what is what he's going to do? Man, be cool, man. You ain't got to worry about nothing. I'm just going through.
Right.
I ain't here to do nothing to you.
Yeah, especially like I be seeing, you know, I'm not, because again, I'm not trying to make this a whole race thing, but I be seeing sometimes when I'm out in public, and I might go to the gas station or something or whatever and whatnot, and I might go in and get me some snacks or something. And because this actually happened to me about a week ago. And I'm in there just getting my usual stuff, and getting me an apple juice and, you know, getting some shit. And I just so happened to look in the direction of the next item I was going to get, and there was a white woman, and she looked like she had the look of, she was appalled that I was looking in her direction, because she thought I was checking her out. I'm like, oh, you really don't know me, because I'm not attracted to white women at all. At all. Like, I don't hate white women. I'm just not attracted to y'all. Like, period. I'm not sexually attracted to y'all. So it's people just need to get off their high horse.
People be in their own world. Yeah.
You know, they just need to just you know,
just be cool, man.
Just be cool. That's
stuff.
it. I was struggling to find the word because I was trying to
just be cool and
stay in bounds.
Because I'm sure her perception on you thinking that was this man looking at me, it come from somewhere.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like, ma'am, you was standing in front of the chips that I'm about to grab. That's it. I'm not looking at you.
Right, ma'am, I'm trying to grab the barbecue Fritos.
Right.
I just want the chili cheese Fritos. That's all.
Right. Can you hand me a bag, please?
No, don't hand me shit. Don't hand me anything. No, just kindly step aside. Don't want you handing me nothing. All right. Anybody got anything else to add on that before we move on?
Nah, man, just respect each other, man. So we gotta live on this rock together. Where you going?
Right.
I mean,
Exactly.
Elon making this spaceship. He ain't
go
trying to bring
Mars.
y'all broke behinds
Right.
with him.
Yeah, even when they find out how to colonize Mars,
We gonna be there too.
it's gonna be a pretty penny.
And the last
I'm not gonna go into some conspiracy stuff about space, but I'm just gonna say, if you think that you're gonna just leave us down here and we not gonna show up there some way somehow,
come on now. You
Oh,
know what's
we-
happening.
just respect each other. We on this rock,
Yeah.
and nobody is going anywhere, so might as well just kick it and be cool.
Yeah, and why be so mad and upset? Remember, y'all come from us. Remember.
Now, see, that's the part they don't want. That's the history. That's the stuff that don't want to be talked about because the narrative is already spun that is
Oh, I know.
this.
You should think about the irony of us being three-fifths, three-fourths of a man. Remember?
You know what? I'm glad you said
And
it.
then
'Cause
they end up having they the ones that got 3%
Neanderthal. Yeah, exactly. My God.
I'm glad you said it because now to me it seems like whoever made the narrative, they gave everybody the narrative backwards.
Yeah.
Like, well, yeah, no, that's y'all. Y'all came from the apes. Yeah.
So if we are what was it? Is it 3/5 or something?
3/5.
If we 3/5 of human, and then everybody came from us, y'all less human.
Y'all even less.
See, that's ignorant right there.
Math
came up
ain't
with that?
mathing, baby.
It ain't
Who
mathing.
came up with this crazy math? 1
Oh,
plus
my
1 is
God.
2100.
Oh my Christ! All right, we're gonna move on to and this may or may not be our last topic, but we're gonna move on to the automation conspiracy. Now, before I play this, like when he first starts talking about it, because when I looked at it, he goes into a bunch of other things, but I just stuck to the automation thing. So you're gonna hear some other things that go along with it. But if you listen closely to what he's saying, at least to me, it makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, let's check this out.
Everyone thinks the future is about innovation, AI, smart cities, green energy, but that's the cover story. The real future is about reducing the human surplus without a single bullet fired. And the system that is being built makes it look like progress. In the old world, humans were assets. More people meant more labor, more soldiers, more taxpayers. But technology flipped the equation. When automation does the work, people become liabilities. They consume resources and they produce nothing. From a corporate state perspective, they are dead weight on the balance sheet. Now, what happens to liabilities in any system? They are minimized, quietly, efficiently. You don't announce population reduction. You don't draft policies that say, time to eliminate 800 million people. You design the environment so people self-select out of life. First, you control food economics. Make real nutrition a luxury. Flood markets with synthetic hyper-processed calories. Why? Cheap to make, addictive to consume, and lethal over time. Obesity, diabetes, cancers. It's slow-motion euthanasia disguised as personal choice. And then you privatize survival systems. Hospitals, medicine, insurance. Turn health into a product, and when the bill comes and you can't pay, nature takes its course. No violence, no fingerprints. Meanwhile, you flood culture with distractions. War headlines, influencer drama, ideological cage matches, So no one notices the algorithm that decides who thrives and who quietly disappears. People think they are arguing politics, but in reality they are debating inside the zoo enclosure, while the zookeeper holds the keys to their lifespan. This isn't genocide. It is market-driven selection, a corporate Darwinism where the unprofitable simply phase out. And the punchline? They don't kill you. They invoice you until you die. This is the most profitable extinction in human history, and is happening in slow motion while everyone thinks they are free.
Jesus, man.
That was deep, bro. That's some evil genius.
Surprisingly, none of the
That-
what he just said.
That don't even sound like a conspiracy. That sounds like
It's not.
that's some real time.
That sounds
not
like
a
exactly
conspiracy.
what's happening.
It is. It's not a conspiracy.
Wow.
This is not a conspiracy.
Yeah.
So I'm not shocked by it.
Yeah.
I
That's kind of what we've been saying all along.
yeah, because you can see it all play out,
Mm-hmm.
and he really hit home when he started talking about the privatization, turn
Mhm.
healthcare into a product.
Yeah.
When
to a
healthcare should be
private-
a right. I mean,
oh, we're
why?
not killing you. You just can't afford to
Exactly.
pay for care.
Humans have been taking care of other humans forever.
Yeah.
I don't. How do you make that? How is that a product?
Yeah.
That's just humans helping other humans survive.
Because they make. See, the type of people that's running things, they got this thing sold up in a way where they get money from your 360. All of, even with the death part, it costs a lot. You ask any funeral director, they tell you it costs, even to cremate you.
Yeah.
Cost for that. It costs because you gotta get coffins. Cost for that. You gotta pay the morgue or whatever to embalm you.
Embalming and all.
Oh, he got shot. Okay, we gotta pay for autopsy. Somebody gotta do the autopsy. Oh, let's get in this black market stuff. Somebody needs spleens.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody need brain cells or whatever they can sell on the black market. They make money off that too. I don't know if anybody ever seen that one clip of this funeral director showing that some of these places be putting newspaper stuff in the newspaper and people. Nobody signed off on them taking the organs, but they took them. So they make money every which way. They got it sewn up like that. We talk off mic all the time about jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
They make it. Just to run my point on. They want to take away the sovereignty, so you won't be sovereign.
Yep.
We own everything, including you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a system that they built, and they don't want nobody to interrupt the system. It's why when people start talking about we need to eat better, we need to do this, then they start they switch the algorithm and try to X that stuff out and don't let it get views like that, because then it's gonna mess up their whole thing with eating this cheap food that don't have no nutritional value in it.
But they ain't too worried about that, because even if people are saying eat better, it's a whole lot of people who can't afford to.
Yeah.
So even if they know,
but that's part of them getting money every which way, because
exactly
they gonna get paid. It's like this: the more broke you are, the more money they gonna make off you. The more money you make, they gonna make
They
the
still
bulk
gonna
of
make
it
money.
off from on the front end,
Yeah.
but it's not gonna be as much as being broke. Because when
Right.
you broke, you gonna eat cheap food to death.
Yep.
You're gonna
have
have
medical
then you're gonna have from that you're gonna have medical
Yeah.
issues, getting money from that.
prescriptions. Yep.
You're gonna have car problems. You gonna have, you know, they're gonna overwork you. None of this is a conspiracy, bro. The reason why everything it is the way it is now is because they had a plan for how things should go, and then it's gotten to this point now. And as technology roll out,
Yeah.
you know, they add a couple more things on how they gonna do it. I always say, man, look, man, this technology ain't really all that anyway. The smartphones ain't even that smart.
Right.
I can't tell the difference between the 4G phone I had to this 5G phone I got. It feel the same. It feel as fast as the 4. I don't get it. I thought we supposed to be like the Jetsons by now. What is this stuff?
Still ain't got no flying cars.
You know, I was talking to somebody the other day,
They
and
just
I
don't
was
trust us to.
I'd rather go
fly.
back to the 90s. And I'd rather go back to the 80s and the 90s. I find myself on YouTube because there's a lot of YouTube channels that have like nostalgia clips that they talk about back in the 80s, gas was like this. Or remember this when you was a kid when you had this? Or remember when you had CD players or when we used to go to Blockbuster? All those nostalgia pages, I'd be watching them like, man, I'd rather go back to this. Because all this stuff right here, this ain't even all that. It looked pretty. But it's not. It's nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. You know, my kids, they'll never get to experience the thrill of going to Blockbuster, Movie Mania, or any of those spots on Friday night. You know, getting a movie, getting a video game. You know, they'll never understand what that was like. They'll never understand what it was like to own your own music, CDs, and own your own video games. Because this is even a problem in video games too. Like, you know, everything's digital now. You don't own it. They give you a license to play games. It's like, but I don't own the game. You know, because they said it. You own nothing and be happy. And at the end of the day, like you say, technology is supposed to be improving our lives. Technology was supposed to make it better. Technology was supposed to make it to where we don't have to work quite as hard. And yet, if you look at the production of this country, they have charts and graphs showing this. Our production has increased year over year. Our output is through the roof, and yet our wages are not. So it makes absolute sense as far as, yeah, we trying to get y'all to self-select out of here, self-select checkouts. You know, we want you to unalive yourself. We want it to get real miserable, real bad for y'all. But the thing that they're not counting on, and I think a lot of this plays into how they try to keep us docile with the stuff the chemicals they put in the food, with the entertainment, the psychological warfare, all these things to keep us docile, to not make us revolt. Because in past generations, they have revolted for much less than what they're doing now. And so they have stupefied the generations. Every generation gets dumber than the next. And technology is the culprit. Technology makes us lazy.
Oh yeah.
Makes us we become too dependent. We become grown children.
And they about to take it up a whole notch because this chat GPT and all this.
That's what I'm saying. So all that stuff that he named in the video, yeah, it is on some mad scientist, evil genius type shit. But at the thing I find myself listening and then like stopping myself from getting depressed about the whole thing. I just find myself asking the simple question of, okay, So when are we gonna rise up? Is it to where? Are you gonna rise up to where you can't afford McDonald's anymore? Because people are already starting to not be able to afford McDonald's. Again, you are pricing people out of McDonald's. McDonald's is not good for you, and they can't even eat that. So at a certain point, you're gonna just be reduced to boiling water and eating noodles. And people are already doing that, and that's not good for you either.
It's gonna get to a point where people are gonna start trying to do community farming, and then they gonna try to. It's gonna be like illegal farms and stuff. Like I know it's gonna be like illegal.
They don't want us to do
illegal, but people gonna.
But that's my point. It's just like Fly've said it a few times. I've said it a few times. It's all about control. And at a certain point, once we realize we have the numbers, not them, they have the firepower and the artillery. But at a certain point, what do you do when a person has nothing else to lose?
But then how they gonna combat that is, when people start unifying them, they gonna reach out to some of them and be like, come on over here, we make your life good. A lot of people gonna go for it.
I mean, that's a trick they already doing.
Yeah.
They already do that trick. I think, the thing is, we got all the power. They just playing it like they do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, no, they don't want you to farm. If you start farming, you getting out the matrix. They don't want anybody to do any farming. Any type of things you talking about doing anything that's supposed to be good for yourself, they're gonna be like, well, that is not that hasn't been proven through medical woo 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 woo. It's to deter you from seeing proper results. All it takes is for you to try it.
Exactly, because the shit that has been proven to make you sick.
True. And of course this been the whole. It seems like this is the theme that's going through this episode of dividing, keep people divided. Like, they don't want people to come together because we come together. We realize that we really got we got the power. What they want is for us to not feel like we have any power. That's why they say, "Oh yeah, you vote and do this." Man, the voting ain't gonna. Sorry to tell y'all, the voting ain't gonna do it, bro.
Yeah, I've already said I'm not voting in 26, 28. I'm not voting. I'm not advocating anybody else to do that. I'm not telling anybody else to take my position. I would never say that, but from what I've seen, I'm not doing it.
Like, this is America. America about money. If you don't know, now you know. Like, it's about money. It's not about votes. They make it seem like, this is the land of the free and you vote for people here and it's not a dictatorship. Well, I don't know, it's getting there. If it ain't already there. Oligarchy. Because, people pay to play.
That one.
And then in this country, where we supposed to be the most freest country on the planet, how is that? Nobody should be being able to get in there and be able to pay to play and swing stuff the way they want to. That's not how it's supposed to go. But that's what it is.
Ironically, the land of the free has the most incarcerated people of any country on the planet.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Just look at everything they say, and then you're going to see the opposite.
That's what I'm saying. America is a living contradiction of what it should be, man. That's why I go to Canada so much, man. I ain't gonna go into all that. Man.
I mean, just like you just said that about freedom, we incarcerate the most people here. I mean, freedom, and you black and in there's places that you can't go when the sun go down.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Come on. How free is it?
Free.
I mean, it seems more freer than any other place on the planet because I guess, they deal with stuff straight head on, but not being free is just not being free, no matter how you slice it. No matter if it's being showed in front of you or you doing finagle some stuff and making a seem like
like I said about the property taxes.
Mm.
Like some countries, I mean, you get freedoms in other ways. So you pay for a house, you own a house. Here, you never gonna own a house, no matter what.
Never. They've given us all a beautiful cage.
Yeah, they
decked out with
painted it.
diamonds
They spun it in a
gold.
way, thinking, "Oh,
It's a
yeah,
beautiful
home
cage.
ownership. Stop paying your taxes and see if you still own it."
Right.
Or
It's a
join
cycle.
join a fucking HOA. I ain't even gonna get in all of that because
Yeah.
I've been listening to some horror stories about HOAs this
I
past
never want to
week.
deal with no HOA.
Man,
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah, we got-
I'll talk about that on another episode. But
Yeah.
that's a whole nother episode. That's literally something we could talk about for one of our
With a
short videos.
With a HOA, I can't understand how you could buy a house and it's your house, supposedly, but these people
They
could tell you what to
you
do.
can't do. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So many ways they telling you indirectly you don't really ever own anything
or run shit.
Nothing.
You are a free slave.
Ladies and gentlemen, so I guess the word of the day is sovereignty, because they don't want you to have it. They don't want you to have it. They don't want you to move around free. They don't want you to be able, not to have all these restrictions because they make money off the restriction.
And this is a lot of this. You don't see this being talked about a lot. And that's why when we do the show, yes, we try to mix in a little bit of what's going on stuff. I ain't gonna front. I'll give you a show secret shit that's probably trying to grab y'all attention a little bit. But then we try to talk about things that's not actually being talked about to maybe try to light a spark or wake people up to what's actually going on out here. You know what I'm saying? We don't have all the answers, but we do recognize some things. We see some things that ain't right. Like, you get that intuition about you be in a situation and be at a place or be around a person, like something don't seem right. That's me every day I wake up in America. Something don't seem right. It don't matter who the hell president, Republican, Democrat, it's the same shit, man.
I've been feeling like that way for
As long
years
as
now.
as long as money's in politics, voting doesn't matter. And they ain't never getting rid of money because that's what America worships.
In politics.
But anyway, that was what I had to say on about it. Before I wrap it up, man, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, the zoo analogy, the zoo animals arguing while the zookeeper outside the gate.
Yeah, they got the keys to your freedom. They got the keys. They literally hold the keys to your survival in your hands, which means they will price us all out of existence because that's where it's headed.
So I just challenge people to,
it keep going up.
Challenge
Everything
people to
keep going
try to find a way to around the system. You know what I'm saying?
The only way around the system is to
try
just
try your best to eat better.
Get along
instead of getting
and eat.
Take care of your health because health really is wealth.
Yeah.
It is.
So
health is more important than wealth, real shit. But people don't want to have that conversation.
So we can help the people out and look. This the plan. You can't help anybody unless you take care of yourself. So take care of yourself. That's one.
Yeah, that part.
2, respect yourself and others. Because once we start to understanding that we can respect each other, then we get over these hurdles of getting, going back and forth with each other. And you, like 17 just showed you. You see how he was like, I was angry at this, and then I realized you got to select your anger and see what take precedent over what. Are you gonna be mad at this person because of their skin color, or are you mad at these people who doing the laws and messing up your kids? These black people not doing that.
Yeah.
These
what
black
the
people
real
ain't doing
issues
that.
are.
Exactly. These black people not doing that. These Asian people not doing that. Name a set of people. Whatever. Like, nobody's doing it. It's people that's behind the scenes, that's setting things up, make it hard for you to go to the grocery store and buy the stuff you need, the real stuff you need to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
But they making it, they hiding behind things so it don't seem like it's not that bad right now, but it increasingly get bad. It increasingly gets higher. Look at gas in the 80s and then look at gas right now. That tells you everything you need to know. You're not even making, the money is not even, the money that you go to your job and you spend not money is the most important thing. Your time is.
Yes.
They don't want you to be sovereign and know that about time. Time is the important thing you have. And you give it to these people over your family because you're trying to feed your family. That's the irony of the whole thing. You giving the time that's most precious and you giving it to people that's not that precious to you over your family just so you can get the money to take care of said family and have a better life, but the money is not even matching up to the living experience you're supposed to have. Because prices of everything go up with these little economic tricks they're doing. So think about that when you start looking at other people that's not your color and you feel a way about them. And take notice and say, why am I tripping about this?
Exactly.
Why I need to be looking at this?
Mm-hmm. Look at this hand. Don't look at the one off screen.
Right. Oldest trick in the book.
Oldest trick in the book. Ain't nothing new under the sun.
Nah. They repackage it.
That's it.
Good. They do a real good thing of repackaging things and selling that back to you as if it's something brand new. It's not.
We just need a revolt.
They want to revolt so they can try to do some.
Hey,
I mean, they kind of don't want it because because they don't want us to come together.
Yeah, but they think they have enough. They think they have enough manpower and artillery to keep everybody under control. The thing about revolt, listen, man, this is the harsh truth that nobody wants to own up. Nobody wants to look at. In order for there to be a revolt or revolution, we gonna lose some soldiers. Okay, some people ain't gonna make it to see the other side. But if you know what you're fighting for, if you know why you're fighting, because you have a choice. You can choose to die in a wicked system that's already killing you slowly, or you can fight for something to begin anew. You can fight for something that is going to be better for future generations. But unfortunately, the reason we can't come to that in this day and age, and this is just my observation. This is just my observation, nobody else's. The reason we can't come to that anymore is because of what America has always done. What have they always taught? Pick yourself up by your bootstraps. It's not about community. It's about individual. Don't come together. Don't believe in the collective. It's about you.
Again, they're trying to keep you from coming together.
Individualistic country.
It's a very yes, exactly.
And
to both of y'all points. Yes.
Materialistic. They about money.
Exactly.
So before we get to do the riot part or doing that part that you're talking about, pull your money. Because that's the fuel to this whole thing. Look, man, I'm going to say this and then I'll be done, man. Look, every system that they ever put together, it got some flaw.
Yep.
The flaw with them is the same thing that fuels them, the money. Right when you find the line that's connected to keeping this thing going, and you cut that off, and you start saying no to stuff, now it's going to be a different tune. And they got to come to the table and talk. But just because they sit and come to the table and talk about this situation, keep your eyes on them.
Exactly.
Because they'll find a way to try to circle back and try to do something else over here. So you got to stay on what you believe in across the board with everything. Come together. I know it might sound easier said than done, but like I said, take precedent. What takes precedent? You and your family living a better life, or you bickering with somebody over something that ain't about nothing
Exactly.
in the long scheme of things.
Yeah. Exactly. Because in all reality, a person in power never wants to relinquish said power. So they'll sing any tune under the sun to stay in power.
Yeah.
If they feel like they about to be overthrown, they say, wait, we'll do the things you want to be done. We'll just as long as we can stay in power. That's the part they're not gonna tell you.
That's why they got a plan A through Z already.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna hold on to it as long as possible. But power, she'll leave and go somewhere else. I talk about this country. All this country does, and it's done a great job, is to keep the attention of power. Like, let's look at power like a female, like a man that's got a pretty lady. He just doing the little tricks to entertain her longer than anybody else have.
Mm-hmm.
But he got to keep doing it because she keep leaving. She don't stay around long.
Mm-hmm. She keep looking elsewhere.
She was over in Egypt when Egypt had its heyday. She was over there.
UK.
Power ain't loyal.
Don't keep shifting.
She was over there in the UK, like her said. She was over, any empire that was the empire of the day on this planet. They all seen her.
China was once an empire. China saw her. China trying to get it back.
Trying to get her
Things
back
coming.
now.
God,
get that old thing back.
I think God likes cycles. God likes cycles. I mean, we live in a cycle when it's spring, summer, fall.
Cycles. Life is all about cycles.
Yeah, China had it one time. They're trying to get it back again. She might go back.
Mm-hmm.
But first she'll be last, and last it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back around to the people. See, if you don't work with the people now that you talking about y'all don't like, and y'all try your best, which makes me believe the reason you hate them is because it's something that a lot of somebody else don't know. You better be cool with some of these people.
You're saying a lot without saying a lot, Fly.
Being honest, you better be cool with these people because it's gonna come back around, and it's gonna be due. It's gonna be due. So, hey man, you ain't gotta worry about nothing long as you respect everybody else and be fair. That's all. That's all. Man, God sent you here with everything He wanted to give you, and you ain't had to do nothing but just respect each other and live life. Y'all made it so hard.
Yep.
Instead, we made ourselves work.
So hard.
Dog.
Everything is here. We got food. We got.
This is why He don't like
water.
That's why, and He don't want you loving Him over money.
Exactly.
Cause now look what the money done did.
We made our.
Then turned you into slaves. now we ain't slaves in the field. We slaves.
Work.
Yeah, we ain't slaves in the field no more. We slaves at these jobs.
You slaves to these jobs. You working for old dead white men on paper.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean everything's digital now, but the currency you spend don't even reflect you. They don't look like you.
I mean, they ain't worth nothing. So I mean,
it literally ain't. But well, hour 42. Yeah, we'll wrap it up here. We'll wrap it up here, so we don't hit the whole 2-hour mark.
Yeah,
it's an interesting discussion because this could tie into so many other areas, but we trying to conserve time and trying to make the editing process a little easy for me.
Yeah, yeah. I know the last one was a doozy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That one was difficult, but anyway, we'll see y'all next week, and hopefully We're gonna try to work on some short content for this week coming up. So, yeah, that's been today's show, man. Thanks for rocking with us, and we appreciate everybody sticking with us. We are still trying to be more consistent, but again, life, that's it. No excuses. Life, that's it. Okay, just life. So, and we appreciate everybody for rocking with us. We appreciate everything and the continued support. And I was waiting for Fly to jump in and hit him with his phrase.
Oh yeah, I got you. You know what I mean? Don't be a talker, be a walker. Follow us everywhere like a stalker. You know what I mean? Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of that.
That part.
Yes, sir. And just remember to stay safe out there. We got love for each and every person. We got to get back to loving humanity. We have to get back to loving humanity. That's the only way we turn some of this bad stuff around.
Yeah.
And stop falling for the division and chaos.
Yeah.
And so we can do better. It literally, like Fly said, we have the power. The power is with us. We just have to want to do it. It's that simple. And
get out our own way.
Get out our own way.
Yeah.
And no road is gonna be easy to travel down, especially in Michigan with these bumpy ass roads. I meant that literally and metaphorically.
Yeah. Unfortunately, about Michigan, man, we spend like 11 days and years fixing on a road, and then
they always look the same.
They just be moving them cones around.
It's the
By
materials
the time they fix
they
one
use.
place, it deteriorates.
No, we've been talking about all this, man. This infrastructure, y'all ain't found another way by this time to figure out
better material.
They know they just don't want to use the good shit. Anyhow, we'll see y'all next time. Stay safe out there. We appreciate y'all. Peace out.
Peace.